Dear friends, today, the third Sunday in the time of Easter, we are called to grow in our faith, in our love for God. Jesus came today in the gospel to strengthen the love and the faith of his apostles. Peter, who was the chief of the apostles, had called others back to what Jesus Christ called them from, to fishing. And Jesus came there to strengthen their faith. There were some names mentioned in the gospel. These names, we can identify ourselves with these names. We can identify ourselves with the name of Peter, who denied Christ. We can identify ourselves with Thomas, who doubted. We can identify ourselves with Nathanael, who asked, "Can good thing come from Nazareth?" We can identify ourselves from the sons of Zebedee, which are James and John, who wanted to sit beside Christ. Those who look for power at all costs. We can identify ourselves with John, who Jesus loved and who loved Jesus very well. We can also identify ourselves with those names that were not mentioned. They said other disciples, those who are unknown, those whose faith are unknown. Okay, so what did Christ do? In order to strengthen them and strengthen Peter particularly because he's the head of the apostles, Jesus took him by the side and asked him 3 times. The answer to this question Christ asked Peter. As he asked Peter these questions, Peter responded to them one after the other. Responding to them, Peter cancelled his denial of Christ, the 3 denial of Christ, through the response of this question. Jesus invited him to grow in love. Jesus asked him with a question, with a love higher. But Peter was responding with a lower love. Jesus asked him in the Greek language, "Eipon uis ianau agapas pe." Peter responded, "Apen kuriesu oidas oti phileo se." Peter used philios, but Jesus was asking of agape. But at the end of the day, Jesus went down to the level of Peter and asked him if he loved him using philios. But at the end of the day, Peter was able to arrive at this agape. We know that in the Greek context, we have 3 different types of love. We have the eros, which is at the lowest grade. We have the philios, which is at the second grade, aesthetics, love of aesthetics. Then we have agape, which is the love of, the sacrificial love, offering of oneself, which Jesus did for us on the cross of Calvary. At the end of this discourse, Jesus told Peter indicated the type of death which Peter would use to glorify God. So, dear friends, the question comes to us. Where have we arrived? What is our level in the love for God and love for others? Are we still at the banal level, or have we grown in our love? Are we still wallowing in confusion? Do we still have this fixed decision towards God, knowing where we stand with God, our right standing with God, or are we still wallowing? Where love increases, faith also increases. So let us pray that God continues to help us to grow in love, to grow above the banal understanding of love, and to be truly people of love, Christians who love God and love their fellow neighbors. Praise be to Jesus.